Government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
I always knew this in the back of my mind, but it suddenly clicked the other day and I was able to put into words something that I had never been able to formalize before, which is so many politicians run on their business record. And at face value, that makes sense, right? A businessman is going to run governments like a business and everything is going to be so much more efficient with no more waste and no more red tape, right? But that is flawed on so many levels. There's a reason why businesses are able to run more efficiently than government, and that's one, because businesses are for profit and government is not. So you can cut spending programs that don't get you an immediate return on investment, but how do you measure the return on investment of human rights or minimum standards for worker rights? You know, basic worker rights are actually bad for business. That's why businesses don't like basic standards for worker rights, but a good politician will tell you government isn't about the money, it's about making lives better. That doesn't exist in business. Businesses have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders to maximize profit, not quality of life. And that leads into the second point, which is even more important. Government is supposed to be run for the benefit of the entire population, while businesses are run for the benefit of a small handful of rich shareholders. Just to be clear, I'm not saying there's no place in government for people with business experience. It's a good thing for someone who knows what it's like to start a business to be involved in government so that if there are problems with that process, they know what they are and how to address them. That's why there are things like ease of doing business reports. But that kind of thinking applies to literally everything else. You want people from all walks of life to be represented in government so that the people in government have the lived experience and know what problems regular people are facing. Isn't there a 3-letter acronym that starts with D and ends with I that was meant to address that? Oh yeah, and the Trump administration got rid of it. So the Silicon Valley mentality is move fast and break things. But when you move fast and break things in government, people die. And in addition to that, government provides a safety net for when a corporation is too efficient to the detriment of its own employees. Like Walmart is so efficient that they don't even pay their employees enough to live, so the employees have to rely on government food stamps. That's great for Walmart shareholders, but the government has to pick up the slack. So when a politician tells you they're going to run government like a business, they're saying they're going to run it for the benefit of a very few people at the top by defunding programs and cutting taxes for the wealthy. And that screws over a lot of people. So to sell that idea, proponents of small government like, say, Ronald Reagan, he used the myth of the welfare queen to justify defunding government. The welfare queen idea was wildly overblown. It never really happened. They also used the idea of waste, fraud, and abuse to shut down entire departments rather than actually making them more efficient.